Hey, how's it going everyone? This is the Anime Man, and welcome to another episode of Joey Does Reviews. In this episode, I am going to be reviewing, upon popular demand, the horror anime, Another. Now, I'm glad you guys gave me this suggestion, or these suggestions, because numerous people, and I mean like numerous people, suggested I should do a review on this because apparently I have recommended Another in a lot of my other videos and on my podcasts and whatnot, and so it seems that I have introduced this series to a lot of people. And so in case this is the first video that you are watching of me, I am about to perhaps introduce to you one of my all-time favorite horror series of all time, which could possibly easily turn into your favorite horror series of all time. So, let's start, as always, with the synopsis. The story of Another follows a high school student called Sakakibara Koichi who transfers to a new town called Misakicho. However, he transfers to a new class, but there is something wrong with the class. He senses a strange presence or a strange atmosphere flowing through the classroom. And even though he goes around and asks the students of the class what is going on, nobody really seems to want to tell him. It's all a secret. At the center is a beautiful girl called Misaki Mei, who has an eye patch on her eye and is somewhat mysterious, almost ghost-like. And Koichi is immediately drawn to her for some strange reason. However, Koichi begins to realize that there is some kind of dark secret that is going on, until something terrible happens. Now, this is as far as the synopsis is going to go, because if I speak any more, then it is going to be spoilers. So, if you want to find out what that something is that happens in the classroom, you're going to have to go check out the series. So, this series, like I said, is my all-time favorite anime series. It originally came from a novel series of the same name, written by Ayatsuji Yukito. Now, this is actually an actual novel, not a light novel, so it was originally intended for adult audiences. Now, I must say first of all that this series is, although it may be short, it is high impact all throughout. Like, this series will keep you on the edge of your seat the entire time. Of course, the horror elements are going to keep you on the edge of your seat, like frightened or like scared, but you're also going to be on the edge of your seat just because you want to know what's going to happen next. Like, this series is almost me. Like, I watched the anime series first and then read the novel because I just love the anime series. And while watching the anime series, I was just on the edge of my seat because the cliffhanger in each episode was astounding, and you just want to know what's going to happen next. It's one of those series that really encapsulates you in the amazing story that is written out in Another. And not only that, Another is home to some of the most iconic death scenes in all of anime. I'm sure you have seen some death scenes from Another without knowing it's from Another, just because they're so famous. Just to give a few out, there is the umbrella death scene, there is the teacher suicide scene, and then there is the elevator death scene. Yeah. I'm pretty sure some of you guys can already imagine or like remember maybe watching some of these clips, maybe from other videos or maybe from some AMVs that you have seen, but they are all very famous scenes in anime. One thing that really sets Another apart from all the other horror series is that it's not the blood or the gore or, you know, the jump scares or anything that makes this series scary. It's the story. Now, I love Japanese horror, and the Japanese, like, not to be biased to the Japanese or anything, but like, seriously, the Japanese make some of the best horror ever, full stop. Like, there are so many Hollywood movies and just Western movies that have either been directly ripped off of Japanese horror or have been influenced by Japanese horror. Such movies including The Ring and The Grudge. And the one thing that sets apart Japanese horror from horror everywhere else is that it's not the blood and the scares that make it scary, it's the story. And Another, in my opinion, has one of the creepiest and scariest stories in all of anime. And if you combine, you know, that scarier shit story with these creative deaths and this kind of mystery element of, you know, who did it, who is the real killer, then, you know, that creates one of the most cleverly created and scary horror series of all time. Not only that as well, but we get to see a lot of character development. There are a lot of side characters that come into play. One thing I can say though is that they didn't quite, although they did draw out on the main character, Sakagibara Koichi's backstory, they didn't quite draw out on Misaki Mei, the heroine's backstory. The backstory of Misaki Mei is actually shown in a later OVA series where her twin is introduced, and then we kind of get a glimpse of what her actual life is about. It is actually better portrayed in the novel, and in my opinion, that's what makes the novel just a little bit better from the anime series. But that doesn't mean that the anime series is bad in any way. No. We're far away from that. This anime series is absolutely fantastic. And seriously, guys, the plot twist at the end, you'll never be able to figure it out. Like, my mind was blown away at the last couple of episodes when you actually find out who is responsible for this terrible thing that is happening, like all these deaths. You'll just be like, what? And the ending as well is very kind of ambiguous and is almost like, oh my god, are you really gonna end it there? Like, we want to see more. You know it's a good anime series when you're left at the end of the last episode with you just sitting there going, can I please have more? I want some more. Can I have some more, sir? Overall, guys, I give another 9 cat faces out of 10. The story is fantastic. The characters are great and play a huge role in the story, and just the edge of your seat experience of this series will make you fall in love with Another. So, what do you guys think about Another? If you watched it, did you like it? Did you not like it? If you haven't watched it, would you like to watch it? Maybe not. Let me know all of that in the comments below, and also let me know what series you'd like me to review next. It can be an anime series, a manga series, light novel series, or a regular novel series, visual novel series. Anything goes. If you guys want to see a review of it, I'll try and do it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. As always, like and favorite if you enjoy, subscribe for more anime banter. See you guys in the next video of whatever I make. Keep watching anime. Johnny!